Welcome to a new perspective on financial wisdom, one that has stood the test of time and is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Did you know that the Bible, one of the oldest books in existence, has a lot to say about money? Yes, you heard it right. The ancient scriptures are brimming with insights that can bring a new dimension to our understanding of financial management. The Bible may not be the first book you reach for when seeking financial advice, but let's not forget, its wisdom has stood the test of time. It's not just a spiritual guide, but also a practical handbook for life, and yes, that includes our finances too. In it, we find principles that transcend cultures and centuries, principles that can guide us in managing our money wisely. These are not just abstract, lofty ideals, but practical, everyday wisdom that can be applied to our financial decisions, big and small. And no, you don't have to be religious to benefit from these insights. Just as you don't need to be a carpenter to use a hammer, you don't need to be a theologian to apply the Bible's financial wisdom. From living within our means to the importance of saving, from the virtue of generosity to the caution against debt and the wisdom of investing wisely, the Bible covers it all. Each of these principles is a gem, a nugget of wisdom that can help us navigate our financial journey with more confidence and less stress. So, whether you're struggling with debt, unsure about investing, or simply looking for a fresh perspective on money management, there's something in the Bible for you. And this is what we'll be exploring in this series. We'll delve into these biblical principles, unpack their meanings, and see how they can be applied to our lives today, regardless of our financial situation. Join us as we unearth these financial gems from the Bible that can guide us towards a more secure and prosperous life. So buckle up. It's going to be an enlightening ride. Enjoying this content? Don't miss out on future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us. One of the most fundamental principles of financial management, living within your means, is emphasized in the Bible. This principle is vividly demonstrated in Proverbs 21 verse 20, which states, "In the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil, but a foolish man devours all he has." This wisdom-filled verse is advising us to live within our means, to spend less than we earn and save the rest. It's a simple concept, yet so powerful when put into practice. The principle of living within your means is not about limiting your potential or stifling your dreams. On the contrary, it's about financial stability, smart planning, and ensuring a secure future. It's about acknowledging the reality of your income and expenses and making conscious decisions to manage your resources wisely. Imagine a river flowing steadily and calmly. It's bounded by its banks, which guide its flow and prevent it from causing havoc. Living within your means is like that river. Stay within the banks of your income, and you'll flow smoothly towards your financial goals. This principle also helps in avoiding debt. Debt is like a hole in your pocket, constantly draining your resources, often faster than you can fill it. When you spend less than you earn, you reduce the need to borrow and thereby avoid the hole of debt. Moreover, living within your means brings peace of mind. There's a certain tranquility that comes from knowing you're not spending money you don't have. You can sleep better at night, knowing that you're not one paycheck away from financial disaster. Living within your means is not always easy, especially in a world that constantly encourages us to want more, to have more. But remember, wealth is not measured by the amount of money you have, but by the options it provides. When you live within your means, you create a buffer of financial security. You buy yourself options. Ultimately, living within your means is about creating a stable foundation from which you can build your financial future. It's about setting the stage for financial freedom and opening the door to a world of possibilities. Remember, wealth isn't about having a lot of money, it's about having a lot of options. The Bible also teaches us the importance of saving for the future. It's a principle that's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago when these words were first written. Consider Proverbs 13:11. It says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." This proverb is a reminder that building wealth is not an overnight endeavor. It's a step-by-step journey, a process of gathering little by little. It's about consistency, it's about patience, and it's about the discipline of setting aside a portion of your earnings regularly. Now let's delve into Proverbs 6:8. The verses counsel, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Here we see an example from nature, the ant, a small creature with a big lesson. The ant doesn't spend all it gathers right away, instead it saves and stores for the future, preparing for times when resources might not be as abundant. Just like the diligent ant, creating a savings habit can safeguard us against future uncertainties. It can be the difference between weathering a financial storm and being swept away by it. Moreover, saving can also help us achieve our financial goals, whether it's buying a house, starting a business, or funding a comfortable retirement. By setting money aside, we're not just hoarding, we're strategically planning and preparing for the future. And let's face it, the future can be unpredictable. Economic downturns, job losses, health emergencies, these are realities of life. Having a savings cushion can provide a sense of security and peace of mind in such times. So the next time you receive your paycheck, remember the ant. Remember Proverbs 13:11 and Proverbs 6:8. Make a decision to set aside a portion for the future. Saving is not just about putting money aside, it's about preparing for the future. It's about building financial resilience, it's about achieving your goals. And ultimately, it's about leading a life of financial wisdom. Another significant principle found in the Bible is the act of giving. This principle is not simply a suggestion, but rather a fundamental aspect that guides us towards achieving financial wisdom. It may seem counterintuitive, but the Bible teaches us that by giving, we actually receive more. Let's delve into the wisdom of 2 Corinthians 9:7. It says, "Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." This verse emphasizes the importance of the attitude behind our giving. It's not just about the act itself, but also about the joy and willingness that accompanies it. When we give cheerfully, we build a bridge of love and kindness, which in return enriches our lives. Now let's turn our attention to Proverbs 11:24-25. It states, "One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters will himself be watered." This passage beautifully illustrates the paradox of giving. Those who give freely, even when it seems they have little, often find themselves richer, not necessarily in terms of wealth, but in fulfillment and happiness. On the other hand, those who hold back, even when they have plenty, may find themselves lacking. So, how does generosity lead to financial blessings? It's not about expecting a direct return on every dollar given. Rather, it's about understanding that when you contribute to the well-being of others, you are investing in the community, and in turn, fostering a healthy environment for prosperity and growth. Generosity is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It can take different forms for different people. You might give your time, your skills, your knowledge, or your resources. The key is to give willingly and joyfully, understanding that your generosity will have a positive ripple effect. True generosity is about more than just giving money, it's about making a difference. By embracing the principle of generosity, we not only help others, but also cultivate a sense of fulfillment and purpose in our own lives, leading to a richer, more balanced financial future. The Bible also warns us about the dangers of falling into debt. It's a principle that many of us are quite familiar with, yet often struggle to fully grasp. Proverbs 22 verse 7 says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." It's a powerful verse that speaks volumes about the perils of debt. Imagine being a slave, not to another person, but to your own financial decisions. Debt has a way of binding us, limiting our options and creating a constant source of stress and worry. It's like a chain around our necks, always there, always pulling, always reminding us of the freedom we once had. Now, it's important to understand that not all debt is bad. There's a significant difference between good debt and bad debt. Good debt, like a mortgage or student loans, can be an investment in our future, giving us the means to improve our lives. Bad debt, on the other hand, includes things like credit card debt or payday loans, which often come with high interest rates and can quickly spiral out of control. But even good debt can become bad if it's not managed wisely. If we borrow more than we can afford to repay, or if we don't have a clear plan for how to pay it back, even a mortgage or student loan can become a burden. So how do we avoid falling into this trap? The Bible gives us some guidance here as well. It encourages us to live within our means, to save for the future, and to be generous with what we have. By following these principles, we can avoid the dangers of debt and enjoy a life of financial freedom. Remember, the goal here isn't to live a life free of all debt, but rather to manage our finances in a way that allows us to live freely. It's about making wise choices, planning for the future, and understanding the true cost of the decisions we make. Debt is like any other trap, easy enough to get into, but hard enough to get out of. It's a cautionary tale, a warning, and a call to action. Let's heed it and make the choices today that will set us free tomorrow. Lastly, the Bible guides us on the principle of investing wisely. One of the most compelling illustrations of this principle is found in the parable of the talents in Matthew 25:14-30. Here, a master entrusts his servants with his wealth before going on a journey. 2 of the servants invest the money and double it, while the third buries his share out of fear. Upon the master's return, the 2 who invested are rewarded, while the third is reprimanded for his lack of initiative. This parable is a vivid reminder that we are stewards of the resources entrusted to us, and it's our responsibility to manage them wisely. It's not just about hoarding or saving, it's about smartly growing what we have. It's about investing wisely. Investing wisely, however, is not about chasing quick riches or betting everything on high-risk ventures. Rather, it's about understanding the value of steady, long-term growth. It's about making informed decisions, researching your options, and spreading your investments to mitigate risk. Remember, the servants who succeeded did not just gamble their master's money, they invested it, which implies thought, effort, and a level of risk management. And their efforts paid off, leading to financial growth and increased trust from their master. But let's not forget that investing isn't merely a financial strategy, it's a principle of life. We invest time in relationships, effort in our careers, and resources in our passions. And in all these areas, the principle holds: invest wisely, and you'll see growth and returns. Consider this too. Investing wisely also means investing in things with eternal value. Things like kindness, generosity, and love. These are investments that pay dividends not just in this life, but in the life to come. So as we navigate our financial journeys, let's strive to be wise investors. Let's seek to grow our resources, not just for our own benefit, but to better serve others and make a positive impact in the world. Investing is not just about making money, it's about securing your future. These financial principles from the Bible are not just religious doctrines. They are practical steps towards financial security and prosperity. As we have journeyed together through these teachings, we've discovered that the age-old wisdom of the Bible has a lot to say about our modern financial lives. We've unearthed 5 key principles: living within your means, the importance of saving, the power of generosity and giving, the dangers of debt, and the necessity of investing wisely. Living within your means, as we've learned, is about more than just avoiding debt. It's about contentment and understanding that our value doesn't come from what we have, but who we are. It's about making choices that are sustainable and responsible, not just for today, but for the future. The principle of saving teaches us to be prudent and prepare for uncertain times. It's not about hoarding, but about being ready for the unexpected and ensuring we have a safety net. Generosity and giving, on the other hand, remind us that we are part of a larger community. It's not just about giving money, but also our time, skills, and resources to help others. This principle teaches us the joy and fulfillment that comes from sharing our blessings. The danger of debt, as we've discussed, is a cautionary tale about the perils of living beyond our means. It's a reminder to be cautious with our resources and to avoid the pitfalls of instant gratification at the expense of long-term financial health. Lastly, investing wisely is about making our money work for us. It's about understanding the power of compound interest, diversification, and patience. It's about building a future that is secure and prosperous. Remember, these principles aren't just for the financially savvy or the religiously devout. They are for everyone. They are timeless truths that can guide us in our everyday financial decisions. Remember, financial wisdom isn't about accumulating wealth, it's about managing resources wisely. If you enjoyed this video and found it enlightening, do subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Stay financially wise. Until next time.